The term Afro-Frontier is closely associated with the historical research of Dr. Timothy E. Nelson, particularly in relation to the town of Blackdom, New Mexico. Here's a breakdown of what that entails. Blackdom, New Mexico. This was an early 20th century town founded by African Americans.
So there was a group of 13 families who started the town. What were they like?
See, most of the time we talk about black people through the lens of from slavery to freedom. I write the postscript, which is sovereignty.
Space for opportunity and sovereignty.
Much of your research has been on the turn of the 20th century town in southeastern New Mexico called Blackdom. There were frontier settlements all over the west, the southwest at that time. How was this one different?
It shows the intentions of black people.
There are a lot of characters in this town. Ms. Moore.
Oh. First, she was a bootlegger, and she was also a gunslinger. I'll give you an example. So her fiance comes into her speakeasy, and he starts, jabbing at her, with words. So she pulls out her revolver and put 2 holes in his coat. Don't even touch him.
Whoa.
On trial for attempted murder in 1917. Guess what? She gets off. And this is the Wild West. This is a black woman in the Wild West.
You talk sometimes about Blackdom Renaissance. What does that mean?
A lot of times we talk about the 20s and we talk about the Harlem Renaissance. But what we rarely, if ever, understand is that it's a part of a larger movement. And how you see the Harlem Renaissance over there, and we glorify that, realize that in New Mexico, black people were in the middle of a renaissance, going from porters and maids to oil barons.
Now tell me, who was the oil baron?
That madam I talked about, she had one of the largest stake in the Blackdom Oil Company.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Past the 98th meridian, today Texas, North Dakota. For this reason, among others, black people are only seen through the lens of enslavement to freedom. This is the intellectual genocide we must attack today. In New Mexico, along the Rio Grande, there had already been the enslavement of indigenous and native peoples, which was part of an earlier European colonial project. There had already been the enslavement of indigenous and native peoples, which was part of an earlier European colonial project headed by the Spanish. The perpetual and ongoing genocide of indigenous and native peoples was only accelerated when New Mexico became a state. Does anyone remember or anyone know when New Mexico became a territory?
48.
Okay, just checking. Can someone read this for me? What is this note? This is the U.S. Census. This is the U.S. 2020 Census. Can someone read this top note for me? Oh, come on. Y'all not scared, are you? Y'all not going to make me do all the work, are you? Go ahead.
Please answer both question 6 about Hispanic origin and question 7 about race. For this census, Hispanic origins are not races.
Are not racist. Then what are they? So today we're looking at 2 separate understandings of existence in what we call the United States. There's a 1619 project. Anyone familiar with the 1619 project? No? A few? One? We'll get to that in a minute then. But I am going to be talking about a 1519 project. So let me give you the nutshell. 1619 project teaches us that the first Africans on the shores of what we call the United States came to Virginia in 1619. There we go. So we only see black people through the lens of slavery. But what happened in 1519?